throwing the touchdown.
The Browns take over. Let's go, boys, bring it up. At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns started already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken. First down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. The Browns unable to move the chains on. Fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Bravo!
On first down, Garoppolo. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On the handoff, it's Gurley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Hey, my 7.
57's the mic. Rock 57.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Over the middle here to Brown. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Here we go. 180.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line.
You ready? Check 99. Check 99.
White.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tight end left. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Mike 50. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Hey, alert.
From the 36, Garoppolo towards the end zone for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. how are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
12.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 31, check 6,
Here's Jackson to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Deion Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson being chased out left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
552.
Jackson on 3rd down. He finds finds Beckham, complete. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Ravens' 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Deion Jones getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? 11, get hot.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Garoppolo now, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there. That'll bring up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here, the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success. How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here I come. Here I come.
21.
Here I come. Check.
Hey, come on. Get hot.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. the things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
23 yards, the final tally.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL. Big gain.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 30-yard line. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
11.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. A little flare.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Garoppolo looks to throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run. Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left side. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But it's going to be 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mike, 57. Come on, D.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Come."
It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson flush to his right. And finding the tight end Hooper. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Jackson now. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Ravens, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.